Hello, everyone out there in internet land. It's Lester or Raven here hanging out, and welcome to night two, episode two of The Tower Beneath This Broken Sky. Joining me tonight is my buddy Ben.
Hello, hello. Thanks for having me, Lester.
Yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about the game, and then we're going to talk about Ben's character, and then we're going to get right into it. Um, The Tower Beneath This Broken Sky is a experimental RPG where basically all over the course of this week, including Saturday, I'm going to be running a one-on-one experimental RPG session with my friends. They know nothing. This is a brand new setting. They have no idea about it, what they're in store for. And structurally, it is similar but won't be the same between every night. They are not watching each other's sessions until they have played. And then after that point, they're invited to hang out in the chat. I think Lise, who played last night, is probably hanging out right now. Hey, Lise, we'll give you a wave. Uh, so they will be able to, I guess, hopefully, start to pick apart and try to figure out what the situation of the world is, what the puzzles are, what like little links and hooks between each other might be. Or maybe they won't, and it won't matter at all because people will have died in a fire, and that's fine. uh, yeah, so this is kind of a weird experiment that I'm running all this week. And we're using a system called Genesis, which is made by Fantasy Flight. It's the same RPG system that is used for Star Wars, the Edge of Empire series. It has a very fancy set of dice that you don't need to worry about. This is really going to feel like a radio play with an element of randomness to it, maybe. Um, yeah. Also, to that note, I have to warn people that The Tower Beneath This Broken Sky is a mature rated game, I guess. Um, just as a fair warning, this game will have probably a lot of profanity. There will be some adult themes. There could be drug use. There could be smoking, alcohol. There will definitely be violence of some kind, and there will be some generally pretty dark and mature themes. So if you are watching this in your living room on YouTube, which we're recording right now, if you're watching this in your living room with your like 7-year-old next to you, maybe skip this one. Maybe put it on later tonight. Just as fair warning, there's going to be some stuff that mature audiences, hopefully. We will be taking one break at least near the midpoint of the night, but otherwise, the game will be up to about 4 hours. But, you know, the dice do what the dice do, and we really have no idea. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And I'm going to turn it over to Ben here. Give yourself a little bit introduction, Ben, and then tell us about your character.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, my name is Ben Stevens. I used to work in the theater. That's how I met Lester. And now I also via some advice Lester gave me. Now I work in the video game industry. I don't know. Yeah, I live in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada, and I'm excited to play some games today. My
Yeah.
character is named Maura Lutic. She is a first year PhD candidate at Simon Fraser University, and she is studying biological sciences. She wants to be an ornithologist, and she is studying the impact of. I haven't told you this yet, Lester.
True.
I don't think
No.
she is studying the impact of living in an urban environment, uh, basically the impact of urban environments on the mental capacity of pigeons.
Ah, okay. Okay, great. All right. Without further ado, let's jump into the game. Mara, you are sitting at the desk of your one of the potential professors who will advise you. at the university. A Dr. Stevens who sort of taps her temple briefly. I'm sure that will be very interesting. That line of research about, sorry, seagulls?
No, it's pigeons actually.
Oh,
So
right.
as you probably already know, most of the research done on pigeons has been done on domesticated pigeons, pigeons that we keep in a lab or as pets. Um, but well, I thought it would be interesting to take that research and kind of apply it to pigeons that we find in the wild. Well, not necessarily in the wild, but in an urban environment.
Well, there would be plenty for you to study in and around Vancouver. I'm
That's
certain you'll have a very good time discovering all of that, Maureen. That'll be really quite excellent. Yeah, I'm looking forward to your research and the addition you will make to our program. And
yeah,
you've
me too.
applied for a TA position, I'm hoping, or an assistant position.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to hear back on that. I'm not really sure if uh, I could really use one. Just waiting on bursaries and stuff
Of
like that.
course.
So, um, yeah, if there is one, I've applied to a few different professors.
If you have the
So
opportunity, you should email Professor Tice about it, just to grease that wheel and move a little forward. Yeah,
yeah, for sure, Professor Tice. Yeah,
yeah. Okay, great. Well, this has been a very productive meeting, and of course, my office is always open to students. Please do drop by whenever you have any time you want to chat.
absolutely. Thanks, Dr. Stevens.
You're welcome. And Dr. Stevens stands up, pats you on the shoulder very briefly, and then also shakes your hand and opens the door out of the small but very packed and cramped office.
Dr. Tice, should I email him now or
Oh, certainly, yes. Although it's a bit late in the day, I wouldn't expect a response before Monday, unfortunately.
uh, better to get it done with now than you know? All right. Thanks. We'll see you.
Have a good evening. It's late in the day as you step out into the rest of the science faculty, and it's pretty quiet actually. Not a lot of students lingering, probably around 4 o'clock now. Doubtful you'll stumble upon Professor Tice. You're not even actually sure what he looks like. But it'll be easy for you to find his email, you're pretty sure, off of the websites. Might as well head home. Get a start on
Yeah,
things.
I'll look him up on the internet as I go.
All right. You flick open your phone, take a moment, scroll through. Yeah, easily found. Faculty dictionary. Great, got it. Making your way, you start walking already through the bottoms of the building, out the lobby, and pause. Oh, it's raining. Oh, it's raining hard. Right.
Vancouver. Um, Maura pulls out an umbrella and pops it up over her head.
Poof. Up the umbrella. It was spitting earlier today, but it's definitely raining hard now. Your phone in your hand beeps. Quick alert. Oh, the Canada Line train is delayed. Hmm, that's annoying. Some incident at Broadway. Hmm. Have to take a bus if you want to get home with any kind of speed.
Maura makes her way towards the bus depot.
You stroll your way towards the bus depot. It gets a little bit busier here, but not crazy. It's not cramped or anything. Again, it's late in the day. Most students are long off of the campus by this point. But there are probably like 40 or 50 people standing around in various clusters. There's not a lot of space beneath the bus shelter, but you've got your umbrella out. No big deal as you fall into line for the midpoint to get onto a bus. Should be a couple minutes. No big deal. Undergrads, they're chatty. It's still not early in the year, but like they haven't really hit like full breadth midterms yet. You reminisce for a moment on a feeling of that. Seen that a lot, though.
What are they studying? Can I overhear?
Yeah, sure. You can roll a perception check if you want.
All right.
Uh,
Perception.
not being very quiet about it, so it'll be pretty easy to just kind of listen in. It's not like you have earbuds in or anything. Just one purple die.
Oh, one purple die. Sorry about that.
Ah,
Ah, sorry. I'm still getting used to this
all good.
setup. There we go. Well, I guess I can add those all together.
So while Ben is figuring that out, we have a roller on the other side that he'll roll Genesis die. Genesis uses a special symbol system, and based on stats that he already has on his character sheet, um, Maura has skills in either perception or athletics and things like that, and then a bunch of stats like brawn and agility. And based on that, we will get a pool and a result of successes or failures and advantages or disadvantages. Genesis is very unique in its system in that you could succeed at something and still have some negative outcomes, or you could fail at a task and still have some neat things happen, but still fail at a task. So you
So
have
if I look at this, the two rolls I rolled them separately. I have one threat, three success, and an advantage.
so the advantage and disadvantage or threat will cancel out, and you will have three success. Oh yeah, it's not
Perfect.
hard at all. As you listen in, the group immediately ahead of you is this like two guys and three girls, and they are talking about sports, rowing, kinesiology. It sounds like you're a little familiar, but not really. That doesn't sound very interesting. Behind you, there are two boys that are talking very animatedly about computers, probably programming databases, software, something like that, AI this and that. They seem also very excited, perhaps less interesting. Turning your attention away from the two of them, roll me another perception check. Average this
All
time.
right. Is that no threats, no red? Is that what that
No
means? No
red, yeah.
purple, no red?
Two
Okay,
purple.
great.
Two
Thank you.
purple.
Two purple.
Yeah,
Okay, I see. That's an average. Excellent. Thank you. All right, perception. I got a total of one success.
one success. Underneath the umbrella, deciding, Kines, not interesting. AI, also not interesting. No one talking about birds. That just kind of sucks. A bus, so in the loop, several buses come through, and they often stop before the actual stop to let students on as they kind of wait out their timings. Um, and so there are like four or five buses, none of them your bus, that are already waiting. And sitting on top of a bus is a boy. He's dressed very strangely. A very fashionable raincoat of some kind that goes past his knees, sort of cut into strips that kind of glow. He has a hood pulled over his face. He can't be older than 10. And his head tilted back, sitting on the very top of the bus, knees crossed, letting.
Maura walks over.
You walk along the sidewalk, abandoning your spot in the line, until you get to the alongside the bus. There's a bus driver with the door closed. He's got a little iPad, looks over at you.
I knock on the door.
You knock on the door again. He looks, touches a button, and the door half opens. Still waiting. Go line up over there.
Yeah, but there's someone on your bus. Hey, kid, are you okay?
The boy doesn't respond. The bus driver kind of furrows a brow and then looks up at the mirror that looks back through the long stretch bus. And then cranes his neck around to go look behind him, assuming that you're talking to someone behind on sitting on the
No, I
bus.
mean, like riding on top of your bus.
What?
There's some kid. Kid, are you okay?
Puts the tablet down, pulls on his coat, adjusts his cap, steps outside. I don't see anyone. Is this some kind of prank?
Do I still see them?
You do.
See the kid? The kid's right there. You don't.
The bus driver steps around the bus towards the driver's side and like gives it a look around. You follow. You still see this kid who suddenly
Uh,
looks down towards you. Their eyes
hey,
glow, kind of purple, like they're wearing contact lenses of some sort. It's sort of unnerving, unsettling almost.
see them?
It's a good joke. Getting me out in the rain. The bus driver pushes past you, heads towards, goes back into their own bus.
I'm not joking.
But the kid looks down at you, and their lips move. Their arm extends straight out towards you. And again, their lips move.
Marla looks around and sees if anyone else is noticing this kid on the bus.
Doesn't seem to be.
Uh,
And then there is a loud honk, a second one, a shout. Hey, get out of the... And boom! A bus screeches through, its brakes squealing, and hits you. And everything goes black. You feel a strange, tumbling feeling, like vertigo. The way your stomach is sometimes when you're flying, pushed down deeper into your body than it should be. This kind of unnerving twisting, like, this is not quite right. And then everything snaps, and you feel weightless. Briefly suspended like strings are cut. Weightless. There is a sound in your ears, a murmuring, a mumbling, a kind of low thrum, the way music far off kind of is. Uh, can you hear me? Can you... Can you hear me?
who is that?
Uh, you have... How fortuitous. You go to raise your arms or scrub at your eyes, which feel gritty and dirty and closed, but you realize you can't. Your hands are restrained, packed tight around somehow. Ugh, give me a moment. I will dig you out.
Dig?
You hear a scrabbling sound like sand and dirt. There is a weird sort of sensation and then a lightness almost. Your right hand is freed, and you immediately reach up and scuff at your own eyes.
Where am I?
Easy, easy. Man kneels next to you. He's wearing a coat that you've never seen before, a mask that obscures the lower part of his face, a pair of goggles over his eyes, a strange hat, pants, boots. Where are you? We are, well, quite out far in the wilderness. But you are alive,
What?
as far as I can see.
Why am I? What? Who are you?
Ah, apologies. I am Yaren. And you?
My name is Maura.
Mara.
I was in the city. I have to get to class. I have to get home.
Ah.
She tries to start scrambling away.
You pull yourself and you realize that you are buried, not totally vertically, but like almost just past the chest in like dirt and clay and sand, like
Uh,
deep in the dirt. Your right arm is free, having been dug out as you uh, like brush and scrabble and pull the left arm out as well. Uh, Let me help you. And Yara reaches down with gloved hands and begins pulling more dirt and rock away from your legs until you are freed.
why am I out here? Uh,
I could not tell you exactly, my friend. Mara, pleased to meet you. And it is at that moment you realize you are on a cliffside, dirt and clay, an empty field far out in the country. And above you, an overcast, cloudy sky of blistered red.
what? Did you um did you bring me out here or uh
Oh, not me, friend.
Okay, Flo.
I have just found you. Well, I found your face sticking out of the earth. And quite a fright you gave me, too. And then I determined you were breathing, and, well, woke you. I can tell from your garb you're not from around here, are you?
uh, no, I live in Vancouver. Where are we?
Oh, we are perhaps some 15 kilometers from Reeve. I don't know your Vancouver.
Okay, okay, what province are we in?
Province? There are no provinces.
Is this some sort of trick or something? Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Ah, you say you just arrived. You wear clothing, and I see that bag must be yours.
Yeah, if it's on the ground, I pick it up.
Yeah, you pick it up and immediately sling it back over your shoulder. We should make for the tower. I suspect your questions may be better answered there.
Tower?
Yorin points with a gloved finger just behind you. You spin around to take a look, and off in the distance, perhaps a kilometer away, you see a massive structure. Bigger than a skyscraper. This massive building of concrete and steel and glass extends straight upwards past the clouds. Towering above both of you, it must be like 400 or 500 meters in diameter, you can guess. Several stadium sizes big. What in the. Around the base of it, some sort of fortress, a wall, city, buildings, but empty and quiet. A giant highway extends towards it that you can see some sort of train line or kind of like the sky train raised above the land. Speaking of which, the land, parched, wasteland, There are very few trees, just shrubs, dying and decayed. Mostly dirt and clay and rock all around you. You're on the side of a cliff, about a kilometer away from the edge of that wall around this tower, Yoren says.
I got hit in the head or something.
Huh.
I'm hallucinating. What the hell?
If you wish, I can help. Yarn reaches a gloved hand towards you.
What are you doing out here? Digging up strange women.
Oh, believe me, I would rather I didn't have to. I was returning and was ambushed some ways back. Now I am returning to the tower.
Yeah, well, okay, sure. I'll go with you, but you walk 10 feet ahead. I'll follow.
I suppose where you are from, people are less trusting of those who dig those out of the earth. I cannot blame you. Very well. Yarn brushes off his pants slightly and then rises with a slight hitch in one side. And then, without protest, starts to walk down the cliff.
So, where are we? What is that thing?
It's the tower. You truly are unaware of it.
Yeah.
It's the only one of its like. It is a symbol, a structure of hope, you might say. But to better answer your question, he points in the opposite direction away from the tower. We are about 15 kilometers from Reeve.
That's that way. Reeve isn't the tower.
Reeve is a city. I'm
What do
unsure
you
about
do
your
around
type,
here?
but I can't make a 15-kilometer hike so easily, so friends in the tower will take you to Reeve if that is your wish.
Sure. Well, what is it you do around here, Yaren?
Do whatever it bids me do.
A drifter or something?
Uh, yes. I prefer the term an adventurer of sorts, but a drifter does fine as well. And you?
I'm a student.
Ah, an
Um,
academic.
yeah, I study birds.
Birds. Ah, what kind of birds?
Pigeons mostly.
Pigeons. Tell me about pigeons.
Like why they're interesting, or
I don't think I've ever seen one.
you've never seen a pigeon?
I'm not sure. Describe one. I'll tell you if I've seen it.
Uh, well, they're kind of got little round bodies, round head, short beak. They coo. You see them all the time in cities. They shit all over everything.
Oh,
People call them rats of the sky.
rats I'm familiar with.
Uh, they don't look like rats, and they're really smart. They're not just pests.
Oh,
Do you know what a dove is?
I have seen images of a dove, yes.
They're the same thing,
Ah,
essentially.
you keep these pigeons?
I don't know.
Oh,
Some people do. I've studied people who studied with people who keep them in labs or as sort of science experiments, I guess.
Of course. Huh. Pigeons. Do they
They're
do
really
work,
good.
or are they ornamental birds?
Uh, some people like use them to find. They used to use them to like deliver letters and stuff. They're really good at navigation.
Navigation. Letters, you say.
Yeah, homing pigeons. That's what they called them.
Homing pigeons. Well, I understand the concept of homing.
Huh. In what way?
Oh, the way that a target might be found wherever it is, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Hmm.
You were ambushed. You said.
Yes. Ambushed. It is unsafe too far beyond the walls.
Target. So you what? Do you have like a gun or something?
I do. He pulls back his coat slightly, and you can see that there are a pair of handguns there. One of them clearly slightly damaged, but the other one still sort of holstered.
Huh. Okay. Well, don't try anything funny. Okay.
The gun is not a tool for funny, usually.
Yeah. Precisely.
You don't carry an armament.
No.
Very well. Then I shall help to keep you safe.
Right.
You walk a ways until you reach the sort of highway. It is a road that, like the highways that you are familiar with, but even you, without like any understanding of engineering, can tell that there's something sort of strange about it. It's soft beneath your feet, slightly, the way that if you were walking across rubber would feel. But you can also tell that it is incredibly durable. Like whatever the stone that it is made out of, like it shows no sign of weathering or cracking or breaking the way that, you know, highways like the Highway 1 would be. It does, however, have signs of damage. Here and there, you can see deep scorch marks, tire burn across it. You can see that there's been some rubble, scrapes, and scratches from heavy things that have maybe torn it up a little bit here and there. So it's not worn out, but there has been significant use on it.
Oh, I must be dreaming or something. This is wild.
You
Where did you say we were? What's the land called? The country.
uh, we don't have countries anymore. There's Reeve and Luminos. Luminos is a long way away from here.
So just towns.
I suppose a town is an apt description, but Reeve is 180 million people.
Oh, I was hallucinating before. This must be. Oh, what the hell? Hey, you ever seen a kid with purple eyes?
Yoren stops at that and turns towards you, raises his goggles up, And his eyes are brown, but he looks at you quite seriously. Have you?
Yeah, back home before I woke up in whatever state I'm in.
How fortunate. Unfortunate, then.
Yeah, well, what is he? Some sort of mind scrambler or something?
Not so malicious as that. He is a portent. Not much more and not much less.
Portent? Like a symbol, like of what's to come.
Yes. You have a question you wish to ask, but you don't know how to ask it.
Uh, yeah, I got a lot of questions I want to ask.
I am happy to answer.
Well, I don't know what's going on. Um, like, is this real? And is this just all in my head, or am I dead? I think I got hit by a bus. I don't want to be dead.
I don't think you're dead,
Um,
friend, but I do think it's quite real. Yorin flicks out a very small, like a utility knife blade, really. Uses it as he pulls his glove back up his palm and then just gives a little cut. And you watch as it bleeds red down his arm. It's unusual for mnemotic faculties while sleeping to deal with traumas such as blood like that. Usually, if something happened, your brain, even in a nightmare scenario, would glaze over the details of things like the color of blood. He snaps the knife closed, tucks it back into his belt.
where did you learn that?
I've been all over. I'm not a researcher the way you are, not an academic, but one learns things after a while.
Yeah. Where were you coming from?
There is an outpost, perhaps, I suppose, about a kilometer and a half that way now. It was a small delivery, but the people who ambushed me got to it first.
You travel alone?
That was my mistake. I should have traveled with a companion, but did not.
Looks like the road's seen some action. Are we safe here?
It would be better if we were inside the walls before night falls. Arn looks up, and while you're also looking up, he looks at his wrist. You can't see what he's looking at exactly, but then he nods. We have some time.
Was that some sort of smartwatch?
He holds it up, and you can see that there's a little hollow screen running along his arm.
Let's see. So what's this supposed to be? Like the future or something? What year is it?
What year are you from first?
2025.
Hmm.
The Gregorian calendar.
Happily, we don't have to do any conversion. We believe the year is 303071, 3371. You have to understand at some point after 3300, there was an incident that makes us slightly unsure.
Oh, right, right. Oh, of course.
Do you need to sit down?
The future.
This detail often requires people some time to process.
But you're saying I'm not the first.
Far from it, friend.
Well, okay. What? Tell me about other people like me.
You are somewhat similar to people like me. We are called curators. How we are selected, I'm not quite sure. But we have some affinity for a certain type of technology, which those who are attuned to the tower are very useful. How and when and where they get selected, I do not know. I'm from 1910, originally. I have been here for some years now.
What?
I am from 1910. I lived in France.
Uh, I, right. Well,
As I said, it is 3371 or thereabouts. Again, we're not quite sure. There was a grand war, as I understand. It was not around for that part. At some point, one side, both sides, all the sides, it doesn't matter. Many of them are dead now. Employed some kind of weapon that caused a fracturing along timelines. For the
fracturing.
last 50 or 60 years, the tower exists to try to fix it.
There's some sort of space-time thing. I'm not a physicist.
In your time, you had science fiction. This will be easier then.
Right.
I have talked with others from. They tell me interesting stories of things like Star Trek and stuff. You have an analogous idea of how it might work. I don't quite understand the science. I'm not an academic. But the tower bids us go places. We find relics that have been left by other curators to gather its power and restore timelines. That
So
is,
we can go home.
you may insight.
Any challenges or?
One purple, one red.
I rolled a success, an advantage, and a despair.
Yes. And no. Yes, in that it's possible. No, in that no one knows how the going back works exactly. It's not as simple as what is that thing with the car when you tell the date and time. It's not that straightforward.
How long have you been here?
Oh, about 7 years now? 8 years?
Well, you're missing a rough time in France, so maybe here ain't so bad.
Well, I have heard a little of that war, and you are right. I am glad to have missed a rough time.
Do you miss it? Go home.
Sometimes I wish to go to the cafes on the side of Lyon and drink my friend's terrible coffee. But the
Where's this
tower has
fucking
given me a
notes?
calling, and I don't know that I would trade it.
Just can't. I can't even believe it. Um, okay. So, what did you wake up half buried like me?
Not quite the same, but in similar circumstance. And another curator found me.
The
Come,
boy. Did you see him too?
I did. I don't know who he is. Come, not far along now. At that, you both pick up again and continue walking. Around you, you can see that there are numerous buildings. This was a town, maybe a fortress, perhaps, maybe a military base. All these buildings are made out of metal and concrete and steel. Many of them are damaged, quite badly damaged, crumbling, hit by things. There are still fires sparking, even electrical sparks popping from things as you walk by. Yaren seems totally unconcerned with the state of disrepair outside of this giant wall. This wall in front of you spans high. It is more imposing than anything else you have seen, except for the tower, which is just behind it. It is probably 20, maybe 30 stories tall, made of pretty solid steel and metals. It is refined in ways that you can only guess at. And there is an enormous gate at the very front of it that is shut and closed. The other thing you walk past is a vehicle. If it can be called a vehicle, it's like 3 stories tall, and it looks like one of those massive, like oil sands trucks, but armored to the nines. Several of its tires are destroyed. It's leaning on one side, and it's still smoking. And again, Yaron simply walks by, unless you stop.
It looks fresh.
Probably in the last week, 2 weeks perhaps. Terrible loss.
That's one of ours. Or part of the tower. A good guy.
That symbol on the side you see. He points to a logo that has been worn but is still there and surrounded in kind of a teal color. Kuo Miang.
Kuo Myong.
The Kuo Miang are confined to the two cities now for the most part. The last havens.
So, who's on the other side?
Hmm.
People or animals or what?
Would that they were just animals. The Jiang. They are remnants of the war.
Oh,
You get right up to the edge of the wall, this large security gate. You can see where, like, the road would go through it, but it is shut at the moment. It is too dangerous and too late in the day for us to open the wall. We must go through a side passage. There. And he points about 6 stories up to what looks like just like an outcropping, like part of the wall, but you realize that there's like a door and a series of like metal catwalks that lead up towards it. I am sorry, my friend. I don't think I can climb that in my current condition.
No?
In there, you will find a way to open one of the security gates. It should be a fairly straightforward process. Do you think you could
Wait,
do
I'm
it?
climbing up by myself?
There's no one around to threaten you.
And then what? I have to find some gate. Where's the gate?
He thinks for a moment. Look for controls for either 7C or 7A. Those are there and there.
7C, 7A, 7C, 7A. Did I get myself into? Okay, I'm not going to get attacked by anything, right?
I don't think so. I don't see anything anyway.
Like when I get in there, everyone's my friend?
There will be no one in it. It's an automated thing. Do you wish an armament?
Yeah.
He reaches down and pulls the holster of the good gun off of his hip and offers it to you.
Thanks. Hopefully I won't need it.
Always a good hope. On the ground, I
It's
will
just
shelter over
ladders.
there. It's ladders
Sorry.
and like fire escape-ish kind of look to it. Very utilitarian catwalking up.
Okay. Nothing to it but to do it.
That's right. And Yarin
Um,
will stumble slightly sideways and then move towards that separate building.
Mauro will examine the pistol. Does it have a safety or anything like that?
It does have a safety. It looks pretty similar to a pistol that you otherwise would have. Do you take it out of the holster?
Yeah.
You pull it out of the holster, look
Just
at it
look at it.
briefly, holding onto the palm grip. The side of it suddenly turns slightly translucent and a screen appears, showing you that there are 12 rounds in it.
Okay, she puts it back in, makes sure that the safety's on, tucks in her bag,
Okay.
takes a swig of water from her water bottle,
All right.
and heads on up to the wall.
All right. In that case, make me an athletics check.
An athletics check.
Like I said, there is a catwalk. There are stairs. It's not like it's treacherous exactly. So it's only going to be one purple, but
Okay.
it's not just a stroll either.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay. I got two success, two advantage.
Two success, two advantage. All right, yeah. Maybe it's the environment, maybe it's Yaren's words of encouragement, maybe it's the gun in your backpack, or maybe it's just the like there's no other options. As you stroll forward, Bora, and just jump straight up like 2 feet, and then I haven't done this as you pull yourself up onto the ladder, and then scramble up onto a catwalk, and then begin making your ascent. Yeah, you climb upwards, hopping over some sections. There's a chunk of like twisted metal where something hit this. You don't see any burn or like, not like it was shot or anything, like it was crunched by something. But you very delicately navigate your way around, keeping your hands on the railings and hop over it, climbing ever higher until you get to. It's basically just jutting a little bit out from the wall, a door at this catwalk. There's a window that's sort of frosted over that you can't really see, and a little pad next to the door.
Uh, the pad, it's like a little keypad, or
No, it's just like a
oh,
flat gray pad of some kind.
okay. She just looks for a handle.
There is a handle on the door. Yeah, you reach for it
Okay,
and grab it.
I try to.
Thunk.
Yeah. She looks around elsewhere. Padding. She'll hit the pad. She'll like.
You tap the pad, and it like glows green for a moment and then glows red.
She pulls the door again.
You pull it. Thunk.
Yarn, it's locked.
You yell that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you yell that out. There's no immediate response.
Uh, she'll try to touch her hand. She wants to make it go green again. She's trying to figure out how to make it go green again.
Touch your hand against it again, and yeah, it goes green, but like it basically is lighting up, and it seems like it's scanning your hand or it's scanning for something, and then it beeps red.
Uh, she fights with the door a little bit more, and then gets frustrated and like pulls out, pulls around her bag and like looks through to see if she has any tools, and she grabs her student ID, and swipes that at the pad.
Pass that at the door. Again, it scans it and beeps red.
A credit card.
Scan that, beeps red.
Fuck. Yaren! She calls over the edge. It's fucking locked.
Yeah, you're gonna yell out again.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh, give me a. What check would this be? Cool.
A cool check.
Yes.
Okay.
One purple die.
What are one purple die? Okay. Let's see what I got. That is a success and a threat.
Success and a threat. You're frustrated. You yell quite loudly now down towards that building where you're pretty sure that's where he said he was going to be. You yell quite loudly down at it until you see the door kind of like open a little bit, and he looks out. Oh, of one moment. And then he tucks his way back in again. You realize after he had called that, you can hear your own voice echo through the ruin. Yarn! Locked, locked, locked.
She stands impatiently with her hand on the handle, kind of jiggling it, waiting for it, looking back down to Yaren.
About 20 seconds later, the pad glows green, and you hear a thunk from the door. You
I
swing
try
it
to open it
open.
up.
Yeah, it swings open easily.
I step inside.
You step inside and find yourself in a small room. There is a desk that takes up one entire wall, a chair in front of it. There's no computer or no screen that you can really see. There's a table in the middle of the room that looks pretty bare. There are two lockers on one end. There's some various gear around, pieces of this and that. And then there is a door on the far side with a pretty universal sign that you're pretty sure says washroom.
There's no other exit to the.
There's no other exit to this room, no.
Um, I look inside the bathroom.
Yeah, you go over to the bathroom side and not lock this time. You slide the door out of the way, poke your head in. Toilet, sink, there's a little cabinet, shower. Hmm.
Out of curiosity, she goes to the mirror
Okay.
and looks at the side where she was struck by the bus. Sees if she can see any uh, wounds or
You step
bruising.
over to the mirror and look at it. You don't see any bruising. Just the same as your face looked this morning before you left the house. Although there's a little more dirt in your hair.
She turns and goes back to the other room. What the fuck? Uh, she goes to the desk to see if she can find any drawers in the desk.
All right, you go to the desk, sit down into the chair, and it doesn't have wheels. It's got like some kind of skids or slide on it, which are very smooth over this floor, and you immediately just like scooch it very easily right up to the desk, and boom, 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 a series of projected screens appear.
Oh, um, okay. She wants to try to make sense of it.
Yeah, it seems like oh man, it's like if you were at a computer and there are 15 screens in front of you now, and each one has exactly one window. You can roll a computers check. Do you have computers as a skill?
Operations?
Yeah, operations.
Yeah, I do.
All right, you can roll it
Not a.
and average, two purple.
Go ahead. Super. All right, that is two success and a threat.
Two success and a threat, yeah. Very easily, okay, it's just a computer. People can't have done, it's crazy. Like, it's only been 1,000 years, right? How much can people have really done in that time? There's no mouse, there's no keyboard, there's no anything. It's you just sort of like, and it responds as you touch that one panel. Oh, okay, great. There was a movie like this, you're pretty sure. And you start trying to like shift around. What were the numbers Yaren said? What was the there's
7A,
controls.
7C, 7A, 7C.
Controls. You go scrolling through main gate. Ooh, let's not touch that. That seems bad. Cannons. Mm, Power. This. That. Uh, Airlock. 7A. 7A.
Poke.
You poke it, and it sort of like spins and then turns green.
Uh, Mara slides the chair back. I get up and go back to the door. Pop my head out.
Okay, yeah. You go back and you pop your head out. You hear a brief, like, clack sound that kind of echoes again through the ruin somewhere below you. Okay. Wherever that door is, sounds like it opened.
Yaren! Yaren! She's trying to be a bit quieter this time.
All right.
She tries a bird call if she can.
Sure, yeah. All right. Hmm. Survival.
Survival. Great.
Easy. You've heard birds.
That's one purple.
Yeah, one purple. Ooh, one success.
Success. One
All right.
success.
You make a pretty passable, if you think, coo sound. Then you realize, oh yeah, Yaren's never heard of a pigeon.
Those are the same thing.
Those are the same
It's all,
thing.
it's all
It
good.
should work. It should work. It should be fine. Uh, and yeah, Yaren will stick his head out and nod, and then points on the ground level to a separate building off the side from the main gate. Do you want to do anything else up in that area? Yeah,
As if I should. Yeah, okay.
yeah, yeah. You want to do
Um,
anything else up there?
I don't think so. I don't think she's She's that kind of person. She might take a little scan at the top on the catwalk with her bird binoculars. Take a
Okay,
little
great.
little
Yeah.
gaze around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can roll perception then. It'll be easy. You have your bird binoculars. You can add one blue as well.
blue and perception is easy. Oh yeah,
Five
that's five
success.
success.
Yeah, so you are like only 6 stories up. The wall goes significantly higher, so you can't really see behind you at all in any way, shape, or form. But you can see where you've come from. There are numerous buildings. There are a couple of wrecks, none as big as that one vehicle that you had walked past. That is probably the closest thing to the wall. Giving it a quick scan, you can see the cliffs. You can see beyond that. You're not super sure. The sky is like dusk-like, but it's very hard to tell. You don't actually see the sun, right? So you're not really sure what time it is. Yeah, there really is nothing but like dried grass and shrubs here and there. You don't see any trees. You realize you don't see any movement. Like you don't see
Mm,
any animals,
no wildlife.
creatures,
Yeah.
wildlife, even insects. The whole way you've walked here, you haven't been besought on by flies or anything like that, or even just had to be like, ah, get out of my way, fruit fly. Like you haven't felt that at all. Yeah, what an empty place. What a strange place. And then you hear the door beneath as Yaron steps out again. He's a slight limp, but he has now like a crutch on one side that he's using as he's walking. Um, and then there's movement from the vehicle, from the back of the vehicle. You see it kind of shift on its wheels, and something drops out of it. Humanoid, bipedal, but too big to be a person. Maybe like 7 feet, perhaps.
I get low and
You duck down and looks up at you. Turns. And at that point, whatever it is, this person is racing towards him on all fours, sort of scrambling on knees and arms, racing right towards Yaren, who spins around immediately, reaches into his waist, and produces one of the guns. He checks it briefly, and there is a lancing bang. You hear the shot, but it is not percussive the way that you expect gunfire to be. Instead, it is just like a whoosh shot as a lance of red light appears out of it and skewers towards the creature. Whatever this person is, it gets knocked back a good 10, 15 feet, rolls in the dirt across the highway, and then upright again, seems to contort its entire body, and then begins racing forwards. Yarn again. There's another shot that lances out. The creature is maybe 30, 50 feet away from him, and again knocked backwards. You want to do anything?
um, I pull out the pistol and I pull it out of its holster uh, and that's it for
Okay.
now.
You have it ready. It's in your hands now. The creature dives towards Yarn at this point and gets its attack. And opens up a raking slash right across his stomach with one hand. It moves so fast, you're not even sure how it hit. Did it use its arm? Does it have claws? Like, what exactly happened? Yaren stumbles backwards, and then with two hands extended, he drops the gun, which clatters into the street, and poof, extends both arms, and a blast of smoke out in a shockwave, like a ripple straight out of him. It sends dust kicking up in all directions, obscuring both of them. There is a brief of the creature as you see a piece of it flung high and away.
Oh fuck, Yaren! Um, she starts making her way down
You
the
race your way down
catwalk.
the catwalk. You drop back down onto the ground and hoof your way straight over to Yarin, fighting through this cloud of dust to the last spot where you saw him. And he is sitting half propped up by the crutch. Looks over towards you as you approach.
Are you okay? What the fuck was that thing?
A Jiang, one of their weapons, left behind as a trap. I should have checked the vehicle. Help me get this coat off.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You pull the coat off and then very carefully lift up this like kind of plasticky shirt that he's wearing. There's an older wound on the side, which has been bandaged. The bandage is ripped now and bleeding freshly. There is another wound now across his stomach and chest, and you can see all the way in.
Oh, fuck. Do you have any more bandages?
Not clean
She
ones.
starts ripping through his stuff. Not clean ones. Oh, fuck. Okay, here. Uh, she has some workout clothing.
Okay.
Is it clean?
Have you worked out today?
It's the end of a day on a Friday. She's not a big exerciser, but and she didn't bike today, so I'll say no, she didn't.
Then
She
I
didn't
guess
work
it's
out today.
clean. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I guess it's clean.
Since she was taking the bus home. Um, okay. Um, she pulls it out. Uh, she tries to tear at it,
Hmm.
and then says, where's your knife?"
He pulls that out of the pocket and produces it for you where it snaps outwards.
Okay, she's gonna try to make some quick strips of bandage
All
out of
right.
her shirt.
Roll me a survival check.
Okay,
It'll be
survival check.
average, but there's one black die because, workout clothing is not great cotton bandage making material.
Yes, absolutely. So two purple, one black.
Two purple, one black.
I got two failure and two threat.
Two failure and two threat. In your haste to try to make bandages, you cut scraps and rip pieces apart. It's unworkable, unusable. Your frustration mounts as you sort of turn to maybe the sleeve, maybe the stomach. Fuck, fuck, fuck.
Fuck. Uh, shit. Okay.
Laura, Laura, there are others inside that can help me. You must make haste. I will
Yeah.
hold on.
Okay.
Here.
She goes to scoop him under the arms.
Ah! Uh, no, that will never work. There's too far to go. Here. And he reaches carefully into his pocket. Take this. It will admit you into the tower. And he holds out something for you in his hand. It is. Oh, hold on. Where are you on my list? There we go.
Hmm.
It's a coin. A coin with like a series of concentric rings around it, which whirl slowly. How you're going to hold on to this, you have no idea as you clutch the outermost ring. But then they all seem to settle until they become a flat disc. There's a symbol in the middle of it, a tree of some, or a leaf maybe? Writings around the outside of it. It's made of metal. It's quite big, size of a seashell perhaps. And there is something about it which feels as though it thrums in your own fingers.
Right. She shoves it in her pocket. Um, She drops her hand sanitizer on in his lap. This will it's a disinfectant. Um, who am I looking for? She runs towards the door.
Doc. Ask for Doc.
Right, Doc. Um, she runs back and drops her water bottle with him as well, and then runs
Okay.
back to the door.
All right. And you race your way towards 7A, uh, which is now open. You can see as you race through this door, you can see that this is probably like some security terminal. There's a very large cage area, like a caged wall, but it's open at the moment. Uh, and on the other side, you can see you can just race right through. So you go running on in, and on this side, you approach the gate. Seeing it from a distance and then seeing it from behind, from inside the wall, does not do justice to the scale and scope of what lies before you now. When I say this structure is massive, even looking up at it induces a sense of vertigo. There are no windows at this level, not really. You stand before a giant door, and I say giant. It is 100 meters tall, 70 meters wide at the apex of a set of stairs. What could possibly need to go in through a door so large bewilders the mind. For a brief moment, you hesitate as you take in the scale and scope of this. Before you can feel in your fingers the leftover drying blood of Yaren, who is behind there somewhere, and you start running again. You're racing forward, taking the stairs two at a time as you leap your way upwards until you get right up front of this enormous shut metal door. What do you do?
She pulls out the coin and places it on the door and starts pounding with her other hand.
The coin up against the door, and as you go to pound on it, the coin vibrates slightly, changes color, and begins to emit light. And your hand passes right through it. There is again that sense of weightlessness before you stumble into a different space. You are inside the tower. And it is massive. You're actually not sure. You thought you were on the ground. You were on the ground as far as you could tell. But now you are on this giant causeway. It could be a two-lane street. It's so big. It's entirely hollow except for a massive pillar right in the middle. All along the outside, you can see that there are various platforms and catwalks and staircases and rampways. And as you look over the edge, it extends down as well. Were you on the ground at all? It's so far down, you can't see the bottom. It's so far up, you can't see the top of it. Where in the... But right at the very foot of the pillar, you see three figures. Three humanoid people. Their backs towards you, apparently working. This is a long way away. This is like 400 or 500 meters now towards the center pillar.
Hello? Hello? Hello, is somebody a doctor? I'm
They
looking for the
turn.
doc.
The man with the half cape immediately reaches behind him and pulls up a rifle, pointing it in your direction.
I, Yaren, he's hurt. He sent me in here.
The other two turn as well. A man wearing long robes. He has a briefcase and a cane, which he sort of picks up the cane when he sees you. What? And a young woman dressed in a long gown, heavy sleeves, black coat, and a sword of some kind. The man with the gun, though, begins to approach. What did you say? How did you get in here?
Look, I've got this coin. I got it from Yaren. He's outside. He's bleeding. He got attacked. One of those things. I forget. the Jimin or Jiren or.
The woman steps forward. She places a hand on the man with the gun's weapon and slowly pushes it towards the ground. The three of them kneel. Welcome, honored curator.
No, you don't
And
understand.
here
He's
we're going to take our
dying.
break. Thank you, everyone. Intermission. We're going to be back
Thanks, Al.
in probably 5 or 10 minutes. Go up, get a stretch, get some water, and we'll see you back here momentarily. All right, we are back. Thank you, everyone. We're back from our intermission break, and ready to return to our the second half of our game. These three people in front of you, a man with a gun now slightly pointed at the floor, another man with a cane wearing some kind of like more like sciency kind of robes and coat, and a woman in a gown and a sword. As you hold the coin up, all three of them kneel. Welcome, honored curator.
No, you don't understand. He's dying outside.
The woman looks over to the man with the gun who shoulders it over his back. Where is he?
Out in front of the gate. I came in through 7A. Uh, he says he needs Doc.
I'll go. And he immediately starts dashing. The way this man runs is like an Olympic sprinter. Like he goes, brushes past you, and leaps off the side of the catwalk and vanishes from sight.
Uh,
Stack will take care of it. You may be assured. The other man puts down his cane for a moment. My name is Fetch. This is. The woman inclines her head. My name is Tear.
Stack, fetch, tear. Uh, where are you all from?
We are KEF, Kwomyang Elite Forces. It is our job to, well, do whatever curators need. And you are a new one. The woman looks at the man. You must have many questions.
Yeah,
What's your name?
my name is Maura. Maura
Maura.
Lutic,
When are you from?
2025.
She looks uncertain about that. And you see the man sort of raises up what looks like a phone, except there's no border to it at all. It's just like a slate of glass. And he, 2025, 2025. Huh, okay. Oh, all right. I see.
What is that? Do you know something about me, about what happened?
No, it's not that easy. I know some general things. Time is not, it's not linear that way. Inconsistencies of your own time would not be reflected in what we know necessarily, but you're from the third Trump era, probably.
Uh, third,
Second?
second.
Second. Before the
There's going to
fires?
be a third?
Uh, the woman sort of like clips him slightly and she goes, we don't know exactly. There are no absolutes. You heard from Yaron that you're
Fine.
in 3371,
Yeah,
and he gave you his relic.
I guess so. Just to get inside, I'll give it back to him when he's better.
The man slides away his piece of glass. Yeah, sure. Did he tell you about your abilities? Says Tear.
No.
You don't know exactly how they work, but you should familiarize yourself with this. She pulls out another piece of glass and offers it to you.
I take it.
What is in your hands now is a bit of material, a reading. It seems like a military guide or document, maybe. It's very perfunctory and not very descriptive at all. But here's your spell list, Ben. Take all the time you need to
What
read
is
that.
this? I, I don't understand.
That we can't help you with exactly. What the tower chooses, it sees in you an affinity for this. With the relic, you can work miracles to aid you.
I could have healed him. I have the. Should I go back?
Unfortunately, within the proximity of the tower, your abilities are much diminished. He would have known that.
Why?
The man looks over. What happened exactly?
To Yarn.
Yeah, he was hurt?
He w- he was injured before, so he set me up to open the side gate. Uh, when I was coming out, Jiang uh, dropped out of the truck. It rushed at him, cut up his side.
Which truck?
The big one, smoking outside with the big wheels.
That was a week ago.
Well, he said it was a trap. Something hiding in there.
Thought we cleared that. Ugh. And then it attacked him.
Yeah. I ran at him. He shot it a couple times, but
And then he used the relic.
it must have been. He pushed it away like magic.
That truck's almost inside the walls. Tare nods and then makes a sign with her hand over her own eyes.
What does that mean? What are you saying?
She turns and heads back towards the central pillar. The man looks sadly at you. He knew. He knew.
What did he know?
But he was already dead.
I can't handle this. I'm not. I'm supposed to be completing my PhD. I'm not supposed to be here.
Well, if you want to go back, only one way.
He pointed out through the gate.
No, he points to the pillar.
Of course, I want to go back. What is this thing? What do I do?
Curators come and curators go. In different points in time, they brought seeds back to grow, collect some sort of power. I don't really understand all the mechanicals of it, but they send other curators to collect those seeds. They bring it back to empower the tower, to fix the wrongs. Somewhere
Who
in
built
there
this thing?
is that PhD that you're studying.
Who built this thing?
It's above my pay grade.
So what? I need to help fix the wrongs, help the tower grow or something. Get seeds, and then I can go back.
Yeah, you got the gist of it.
How long is that going to take?
Doesn't matter.
Well, Yarn was here for 7 years,
Yeah, it's been around a while.
and then he died.
Yeah.
Uh,
Tear calls back. Leave her be for a bit. Let her process it. Fetch nods. Reaches into one of his pouches. Produces you a plastic sleeved wrap bar. Looks like a granola bar almost. Tosses it to you. And then walks back towards Tear. You bite into it. Tastes like chocolate and little else.
can I take a shower?
Fetch looks over. Yeah, we have some facilities. I'll show you. He shows you up a set of stairs to a higher area. There's sort of a camp set out on this platform. There are a number of tents in and around, crates and boxes of goods, gear. It's quiet. There's nobody else around that you can see. Enough tents to maybe house a dozen people, perhaps. But yeah, no other movement in and amongst it all. That tent over there. Try not to take more than 3 minutes.
All this, and you can only take a 3-minute shower.
Power is expensive.
Right. Yeah, I'll be quick.
Nods. Goes off. You step past a sort of heavy plasticky tent, totally opaque, and then through a kind of winding way to what is basically a camp shower. You don't see a hose anywhere, but there is what looks like a shower head, and then a series of panels around you. Sort of touch like panel similar to how the desk worked. You reach over and touch it, and a series of projections again appear. Nothing about temperature.
I guess I get ready and I give it a go.
You tap whatever looks like start, and then immediately all around you, you feel as the air almost vibrates around you and shakes off all the dirt and dust off your body.
No water.
No water.
Is it relaxing?
Uh, you can roll resilience, and then we'll see if we think it's relaxing or not.
Resilience. Okay.
Average.
3 success and a threat.
Yeah. If you close your eyes, you can almost feel as though it's sort of like a massage. It's not wet, but you do feel clean. And then right as you're sort of like, okay, you could get used to it, it stops, and then there's a beep.
She puts her clothes back on. Get, gets the bag. And steps out of the tent.
All right. You rejoin them on the lower level.
I think I'd probably go and see if I can just watch them for a bit
Yeah, you head over to the edge of the
from above.
platform and watch them. Tare stands at a very similar console, but like standing at it, and her fingers move incredibly quickly as she's just like seems to be taking in a bunch of information. Fetch, on the other hand, seems utterly unconcerned. He has one of those glass slates in hand, which he's sort of idly watching. They're talking, but you can't hear anything. At least you can see their lips moving.
I'll make my way down.
You make your way down and approach. Fetch slides away the piece of glass. Feeling better?
Uh, better.
What do you want to do now?
I guess whatever I'm supposed to do.
That's a spirit. Up the stairs to the platform. Go right up to the pillar and touch it with the coin. Gives a shrug. That's what all the other curators do.
Right. How many of us have you seen?
There's a somber look on his face. Too many.
How many get to go home?
I don't know. Those ones don't really come back, right?
Right.
Tara will look up. We can't really help you. We don't know where or when you're going. You'll be on your own. You'll be able to call one of us if you really need. The curator's relic should show you how to do that. But be wary. You're hunting for a seed. Hopefully someone there will also know and be able to help you.
Right. Literal? Like a seed.
Fett shakes his head. It'll be like the relic, sort of. Like a cube or a sphere. You'll feel it. You'll know when you touch it.
If you say so.
Think about how things work miracles. And have faith. This is Tara.
Yeah. Miracles. Sure. Whatever you say. And I go.
You step up towards the pillar. Unlike everything else in this space, which is smooth metal, uh, this sort of geometric architecture, clean lines, hard glass, and smooth metal, the pillar itself is organic almost, as though grown from stone. It has these lengths across it, these ridges, and all the way up and down it, it lights with glyphs. You can't read it, you don't know this language, but as though it is shimmering like lines of code or the racing of lights. They go up and down, illuminating these various, yeah, symbols, code, glyphs, runes. You're not quite sure. Sort of mesmerizing as you pick up one hand and reach towards it, holding the relic in your other hand. It's not far as you reach out past the railing, your hand extending forward until you touch the edge of this smooth, warm stone. It thrums beneath your fingers, and as you pull back slightly, you realize a glyph now glows in your palm. And then you close your eyes, and there is that weightless feeling as you tumble, cascading sideways and up and down, over and over and over. And then you're seated. You crack one eye open, and then the other. You're on a park bench. On a busy promenade. A park bench. There's a boardwalk in front of you of stone, a river of some kind, buildings across the way. People. It has been so quiet and so silent for the last hour and a half or two. There are people everywhere. It's like a busy sunny day. You're not familiar. The city line, you're not sure where you are. It's not Vancouver. You're quite familiar with. Even if you were on the North Shore looking south, which not many people do all the time, you know that this is not. These buildings are tall, big, and bright. The people are dressed trousers and jeans and coats and shirts, but you don't really recognize logos and things like that. You kind of expect that you would see graphic tees that might be somewhat familiar. You're not sure. What do you want to do?
What am I wearing? Same?
Same.
Same as.
Same as you have been the whole time.
Is anybody talking?
Yeah, you can hear people. Yeah.
What language are they speaking?
Do you have education?
I do have education.
You may roll education.
Great. Normal?
Yes, average.
Oh my goodness. One failure, three advantage.
One failure, three advantage. Yeah, you listen for a moment. You don't understand. You don't understand. Uh, Japanese? Maybe? No. Something Asian.
Um, I stand up. We're in a park.
You are in a park, yeah.
I'm gonna look for some birds.
Yeah. Immediately you can see, yeah, there are birds. You cross over the promenade, dodge a bicycle. Pretty fancy looking bicycle, actually. And cross over to the railing and look out over the water. You roll perception for me.
Great. These. Anything average?
Average, yeah.
Two success.
Right away, your eye's used to finding birds on the water. So easy. There's ducks. There's ducks not that far away, just along the bank. What is that? Is that a heron? There are four herons just like standing, just in the shallows over there, just beneath a tree. Oh, and you can hear songbirds. You don't see them immediately, but they must be somewhere along the park. Yeah, yeah.
Are they? Do I recognize them as North American birds?
They are not.
Herons? They are not. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna pull up my phone.
Okay.
I dig around in my bag for my phone.
Yeah, you dig around in your bag, and pull out your phone.
Is it on? Does it still have batteries?
It does still have batteries.
Does it connect to anything?
It does not.
Okay,
It just prompts you and says no network connection.
of course. Great. Okay. I'm gonna head towards some some buildings. See if I can see some streets.
Sure. All right. Yeah, you turn away from the promenade in the park and make your way away from that, like I guess into the city, away from the park and yeah, buildings. Man, these are tall. Way taller than Vancouver. Vancouver's sort of 40, 50 stories maybe. These are bigger and wider and the streets are busy. The cars are not that familiar. They seem sleek here and very aerodynamic. And is anyone actually driving that one? You don't see anybody in the front. This is an interesting place. Yeah, you make your way across the street. There's an opener kind of market or a plaza, really. There's a bunch of stands and stalls in and around. People hawking wares, kids flying kites. Busy
Um,
everywhere.
do I see anybody else on their phones or on
Yeah,
tablets
you
or
see a couple
on
people, like,
devices
same thing,
like
like
I've seen?
iPhone-esque things, like where they're just like doing stuff.
Okay. I'm gonna try to find a like a bench, but kind of tucked away somewhere. I'm gonna pull up my phone and my new relic,
Okay.
and I'm gonna place it on top of the phone. And she doesn't know how to do this, so I'm just she's gonna look at what the other people are using, and then at her thing, and try to transmute her phone
Transmute your
into
phone into.
remake its essence into something more suitable for your needs. The base use of an object often remains similar or the same, but its capabilities, properties, or essence will change to better fit your desires. So I'm trying to like update it to what I see other people using. I don't know.
What you see other people using? Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
There is a moment as you watch as a young couple is sort of walking past you. The guy is like holding it up in the air, like recording themselves as they're going. You've seen that before in Vancouver, but like his looks fancier and
yeah.
it's got multiple cameras, like kind of like that. Whatever that is. Pay to strain as you feel a surge of warmth rush down your arm through the relic and into your phone. It sort of glows very briefly, not enough that anyone notices, but enough that like you feel like, oh, like it's like glow tape for a moment, and then it shifts in size. It grows a little bit, it widens in shape a touch. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier as you pull the relic off of it again.
Now I will see if it can connect to anything.
It does.
Like the first, like go to just like my Google or Apple opening screen or whatever, and try to figure out like the
Great.
date,
Yeah.
my location.
You quickly swipe through. How do I? Okay, yeah. Today's date is 2080.
And location. Can I maps myself?
No satellites detected. Hmm.
Hmm. Okay, okay. I'll know it when I see it. When I feel it. I I stand up and I start walking.
Okay, yeah. Where do you want to walk to?
I'm gonna walk through the market to start.
Okay.
I'm gonna eye people uh, paying. I am seeing if they're paying with card or with cash
Yeah, they do seem to be
or what.
paying
Yeah,
mostly with cards, or their own phones. They just kind of tap it and then
right. Of course. Yeah.
whatever they're getting. Some people pay with like on their watch. It seems like they're just like off it goes.
I'm gonna hover by a stall that seems to be selling like there's something that's stuff that sells produce.
Oh yeah, for sure, easily.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Great.
yeah. You end up at like a fruit stall kind of thing. There's mountains of beautiful looking fruit, uh, piles and piles of it. You can see people like buying it and putting it in plastic bags, wandering off. Yeah. What do you want?
Hello. I wave to the person behind the
There's a
thing.
young woman who sort of like brushes off her hands as she hands off a bag to another person. Ni hao.
You don't speak English, do you?
Oh, what can I do for you?
Oh, thanks. Uh, anything you recommend?
The apples are in season, and pears. Peaches are fresh, but we have very few left now. Was there any fruit that you like particularly?
I'll take an apple. I'll take an apple and a peach. Yeah,
An apple and a
just
peach?
snacking. Yeah.
Certainly. Do you want a bag?
No, I'll just
She takes them, hefts them for a moment. For free.
free. Oh,
Sure.
uh, thank you.
She smiles, proffers them to you, and then offers you a pretty bright, like, yellow and red apple and like a rosy, deep red peach.
Thanks. Where do you grow these?
They're shipped in from the country.
Always wanted to start a garden myself. Never very good at it.
She smiles and nods.
Okay. Um, thanks.
Enjoy.
Uh, she, I walk away, kind of not sure what to do. Take a bite out of my peach.
Roll me an insight check.
Absolutely. Go. What's the difficulty?
Average.
That's a success and two advantage.
Yeah, you walk away and. Alright. The peach is juicy. It's not super flavorful, but it's pretty juicy, and you realize just over your shoulder you could see the woman sort of leaning out from where her cart is, and she's sort of watching you eat it. Maybe she's curious. Just And as you turn, you also realize that there are a number of people on the plaza sort of watching you eat, turning to check. Across the way, a handful of kids. That same couple who probably would have been like a block away now, he's still with his hand up with the camera, but both of them turned to look at you. The stall girl calls out, "Is it good?"
Yeah, juicy.
She smiles. And that young couple, the girl nods to you too and gives you a thumbs up.
Did I do something wrong? I go back to the girl at the stand.
Is this something wrong? You don't like it?
No, everyone's looking at me funny.
Oh, sorry about that.
No, I just mean, did I didn't offend anybody by eating the peach?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Okay. Um,
Pause, you hear a voice say. And the woman, half with her arm out to reassure you, freezes, as does everyone around the plaza. There is a clank of a heavy boot, and then another. Greetings. You turn and you see a humanoid figure, perhaps 6 feet tall, wrapped in a very curious kind of coat. It looks almost too smooth, kind of like a rain poncho, perhaps. Wears a helmet that obscures all of his or her or their features entirely. The gloves, you don't see an ounce of exposed flesh.
Hi.
Greetings.
Did they have any insignias or logos on them?
You take a quick look. There's some kind of silver badging. You're not really familiar with it, but it looks like there's a series of pips on the shoulder or near the shoulder. Ah, greetings. May I help?
Uh, uh, sure. Who are you?
I am designate CB7VX11.
Okay. Um, what do you want to help me with?
Whatever your need is.
Um, I'm what did you do to these people?
The simulation has been paused.
Oh, it was so lifelike.
We are glad to hear you say that.
Um, I guess I was looking for some seeds.
Seeds?
Yeah,
What kind of seeds?
just I don't know yet.
I am unsure if I can assist your query, but I will do my utmost to serve.
Great. Why do you want to help me out?
You are an endless, are you not?
Um, maybe.
This region has seen no creators in 24 years. Last log.
Is there? I don't know if this is the appropriate moment for this, but I'm going to give it a try.
All right.
Um, I want to cast no with
Oh,
my relic here. Evoke the curator's inherent understanding to gain knowledge of a circumstance or question.
okay. What do you want to know?
Um, I guess I want to know what an endless is,
All right.
and and a creator if I'm able to combine that into one. But uh, an endless is the one that stood out to me.
Okay. An endless seems to be a you get a rush of information that floods your head for a brief moment. A series of like identifiable images that you latch onto, words you hear immediately. It's like the Matrix downloading kind of thing, where it's just like a rush of info kind of spilling through your head. And you see the moment where somebody tinkering goes, when we leave, something should be able to control them. There will be a superior version of the protocol, and that shall dictate the needs and necessities of what perpetuates after we go. All right, we'll call those endless. Very good.
A greater. Can you phrase that again for me? Sorry.
So an endless seems to be whatever like oversees or controls
Yeah.
this artificial person.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, yeah, is a good way to think about it.
Excellent. Um, Aura kind of stumbles back at this and says, "Yes, um, that is correct. I am an endless. You are unable to find me seeds. That query is unactionable.
Seeds can be provided. A scope reduction would expedite the request.
I see. Um, excellent. I have concerns that uh, perhaps you are malfunctioning.
We'll commit to a diagnostic imminently if you have no further need.
Would you please demonstrate your uh, normal processes so I may observe?
May this unit dismiss the simulation temporarily in order to conserve power, then?
Certainly.
The unit turns crisply, and all around you, this park, the city, the illusion of it begins to shatter. Like a slow unwinding, it's kind of fades, like it's being stitched and sucked up into the air. All of the people that are around slowly fade and vanish, as though they were projections, ever so briefly. And instead, you find yourself on the edge of an empty stone bank. The ruins of a city all around you, but so weathered and so gone that any definition of them has faded away into but pillars of stone and concrete. It's been so long that even the signs are worn down to just the barest pieces of rusting metal. There's no foliage, no grass, no trees, just an empty, windy plain in all directions, but for what remains of buildings. and this single humanoid unit in front of you, which nods its head down slightly.
I pull up my phone, which I assume. Well, I don't know. Does it connect to anything now?
No.
Yeah. The unit is standing there with its head down.
Yeah.
A unit.
It turns its head up and over to look at you.
Uh, Situation check. Status check. State the date.
April 13th, 4870.
State our location.
It rattles off a latitude and a longitude.
Oh, very good. Uh, Please state uh, your date of issue. Your manufacturing date.
This unit was commissioned 4210.
And who commissioned you?
Rattles off a serial number.
Understood. Very good. As you were. I'm going to move towards one of the destroyed buildings,
All right.
the pillars.
You walk through what would have been this plaza underneath a heavy highway towards this building. Huh. Wind has not been kind to this. It's been weathered for so long that the glass is all blown out and not only shattered upon the pavement but become sand, pushed as it is by the endless back and forth of the elements. There are drifts of sand and clay and dirt which creep at the edges of the building. If there were vehicles of any kind, they too have rusted and been blown away. It is a shell, if that. The monumental work of engineering at one point must be 100 stories tall. You can kind of see in the skeleton of it where an elevator would have been at one point, even. But it's just gone.
Are there any stairs if I peek my head inside?
You make your way to what would be concrete stairs. Touch your foot against the bottom one and feel it sort of shift, as though it might crumble at any moment.
Oh, what am I supposed to do here? I turn around and I run back outside.
All right.
Unit! Unit!
The unit strides towards you. at attend.
Uh, what did the last endless request of you?
Pulling up log. The unit raises one hand then, and a little holographic projection appears. There's a woman, sort of too close to the camera, and then she sort of leans back. Curator, if you find this, I've left the seed. Uh, unit, what is the location? And you can hear from the camera side another little attitude and longitude. Curator, the power on the relic here is going out. Well, not relic. I shouldn't use that word. That's our word. This simulation that they're running, it's been in action for 700 years maybe, and it's slowly fading. So, I'm going to place the seed in their power generator so that the residual energy of the temporal essence will help charge it for now. When you come for it, it'll be there. I hope this works. Play that back for me, and then she vanishes.
Uh, well done, unit. Um, could you please take me to that generator that was spoken of in the recording?
Coordinates received. Do you wish to go there on foot, or would you
How
prefer
far is it?
conveyance? It rattles off another set of latitude and longitude coordinates.
Conveyance is uh, more expeditious.
As you desire, Endless. And then it waits. About 10 minutes later, a large truck flies through the air like an airship, almost like a dirigible if it didn't have like a balloon. Literally floats towards you and this unit and then begins to settle down. It is big, like the size of four city buses, kind of like slammed together. How it flies, you have no idea. You see no engines, you see no thrust or propulsion. It makes very little sound as well. But it slowly lands with a crunch upon the sand. The unit turns and immediately begins striding towards it.
I run to catch up.
You run to catch up. You race towards it and then you step inside. It is not a comfortable thing. Um, it's like, for one thing, the unit just like basically stands there in the middle of this open sort of platform that is wrapped around it with steel beams. There's no glass. There are no seats. There's no seat belts. There's no anything. It's just expected that you would adhere to the floor somehow. Um,
Is there are there handles?
nope.
No. Okay, I will use the the unit as a handle.
You clutch onto the unit's sort of arm, and yeah, there's a sway, and the whole thing smoothly just rises. Again, no engine, no whir up, no spin up, no anything. And then it simply glides forward and begins to accelerate. There is the whip of wind as you kind of like shift a little bit so that the unit is kind of in front to shield you a little bit. And yeah, it passes soundlessly between these ruins of buildings on all sides.
What is the manner of this conveyance?
Low light repulsor technology.
Low light repulsor technology. Data check. Um, When was this technology invented?
Query checking. Uncertain. 3900s.
Very good. What is our estimated time of arrival?
18 minutes.
Thank you. What is the uh, area, uh, geometric area of the simulation?
Foshan simulation. Limited to 240 kilometers radius. With slight outcropping for park.
Good work, unit.
You pat the. It's weird because you would expect it to be hard and solid, but it's not. It's it is like patting the arm of a human. Like it has that give of flesh.
What is the current status of the generator? Its surroundings and its building.
Query. Querying. Generator, and then it rattles off a serial number, is operating at 57%.
I'm gonna check my backpack. Do I still have the gun?
You do. You haven't surrendered it. You haven't given it away.
Great, excellent. I just made sure I didn't drop it somewhere by accident. Um, I'm gonna like take it out, take the holster out of the bag, and try to like clip it to my clothing or my
Yeah.
like the strap of the bag or something like
Yeah,
that.
it automatically adheses to it somehow. Slowly, the buildings begin to fade behind you. And then up ahead, you see what could only be one of these generators. It is a structure again, imposing and intimidating in the distance as the conveyance approaches it at high speed. A towering mushroom like dome that sits over the countryside. There are green fields somehow around it. There are houses. But in the shadow of this behemoth of a building, which emits plumes of thin, wispy white smoke, it looks almost comically out of place.
Or is what's the sky look like here?
It is overcast, but bright and sunny, like a middle of a
Okay.
day type.
Is this the first greenery I've seen in since the simulation has dropped?
You are outside of the Foshan simulation, so this is probably another simulation now.
I see. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Very quickly, the conveyance begins to descend towards the foot of this generator until it lands again, utterly soundlessly, at a huge bay, an open platform, open air platform on the side of the hill, where a very large set of open gates await and another unit awaits.
Uh, Thank you. I suppose this unit will take over.
This unit is responsible for the generators.
Thank you.
You walk forward and off of the conveyance and across this open metal platform.
Greetings, unit.
Endless.
Please, feel free to conserve energy. Uh, you may drop any simulation for now.
Dismissing simulation. And all around, the entire field and hills begin to fade as well. They drop away, shimmering and vanishing. The buildings fall into disrepair and then crumble away. All the greenery evaporates like so much smoke, revealing a black stone hillside.
Very good. Um, data check. Unit, are there any other entities apart from units such as yourself and endless such as myself uh, in the vicinity?
No, there are no living things for 6 light years.
See, 6 light years. Very good. I am looking for the generator. The previous endless uh, visited it on their last visit. Uh,
This unit will guide you. It turns and begins to stride forward. The heavy gate immediately sort of swings open with a loud bang, immediately admitting you into this depths. This is an industrial space. This is not a space meant for people to walk, really. There are no sort of like security signs. There's no signage anywhere. There's no anything. It's just a mess of catwalks and cables and equipment and gear. And it's not like something that is meant to be traversed. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah,
the unit seems to be aware enough to pick an easy enough way between all of this machinery that hums and thrums around you until finally it approaches the heart of this generator, which is odd because it is cold. As you get closer and closer into the midst of it, the temperature drops, not uncomfortably, but it feels like it's about -5. There is a small bankway, which really is a series of pipes beneath your feet, that leads up to a very large, sort of circular hollow within a magnetically suspended thing. And in the midst of it, you can see, like a Rubik's Cube, a black box spinning slowly.
unit. What's that object?
That object is the relic, responsible for increased energy output, 31%, since its installation 24 cycles ago.
Excellent. Please retrieve it for me.
It steps forward, crosses the threshold towards it, and up against the circle, and then stops. It turns and looks towards you. Endless, you mean
Yes,
to take the artifact.
that is correct. Examine it. Only.
Endless,
Yes.
you need not lie.
Examine it at first, and then take it if it's what I think it is.
We understand. The relic has brought more time. In 142 cycles, however, without a further source of power, we will no longer be able to maintain the simulations.
Understood. At that time, your duties will be complete.
Understood, Endless. It reaches forward and clutches the black cube. Effortlessly, it seems to just pull it back. But the spinning nature of the gyros in that generator begin to slow, and this one's lights begin to turn off. And then the unit turns, walks back down the pipe towards you. It has been our pleasure to serve, Endless.
You've done well.
This unit will now shut down to conserve power unless you have any other needs, Endless.
No, that is an appropriate action.
Should this unit transmit shutdown codes to other units?
Yes, all units should conserve power for as long as possible.
Thank you, Endless. Its head tilts down and it goes quiet. Inside your
Maura's gonna.
fingers, the black cube fairly hums. It's so similar to the relic in your other hand, the coin.
Maura's gonna walk outside of the generator and take one last look at the barren landscape. Then she's gonna look at the cube, and hopefully she has a seed, and she's gonna cast retreat.
You cast retreat. And around you for the third time that day, if that is the third day, third time or single day, who knows? You feel that weird sense of vertigo in your stomach that pulls you downwards, clutching both items to your chest as you stumble backwards slightly. On the railing, right in front of the pillar inside the tower. Tear is behind you then and steadies you with a hand. Did you bring it? Oh, well done.
Yeah. What am I seeing? Where are we go? Where did I go?
She looks down and shakes her head.
All right, I did it. Okay, I did it. Now what?
Give it to the tower.
Where did she gesture?
Just to the pillar in
To the
front of you.
stone?
Yeah. You push it forward and it goes into the stone. And with it, the glyph that sat on your palm suddenly illuminates along the stone. There is a brief moment and you hear music, like violins playing. The stone lights and there is this brief feeling of euphoria. Lines trace up it, music and light, all the way up the tower, shining out in all directions. You find yourself blinking and crying, but you don't know why. And here ends our story. Congratulations, Ben. Welcome
That's
to the
it.
tower.
That's the end. Oh, I want to know more. I want to know more.
Welcome to the tower beneath a broken sky.
Amazing. Amazing. Cool. Cool.
uh, well, before I have a debrief with Ben, thank you all. Thank you for watching if you're still with us 3 hours later.
Oh
Thank you for
man.
hanging out. Thank you for enjoying. We hope you have fun thoughts about it. We
Thanks
hope you were
everybody.
we hope you were taken for a little bit of a ride there.
I was.
Yeah. This has been episode 2 of the Tower Beneath This Broken Sky. And we have 4 more episodes to come all week long. And Ben now might be in chat, might be hanging out in the
Now I
evenings.
can tune in.
Can tune in, can go back and watch Lisa's adventure as well. Yeah, that is going to be the crux of this experiment. There's a lot of things that happened. I tell you right now, that wasn't what happened to Lise. And yeah, thank you so much for everybody. Thank you for my moderators. I know Jay's been taking judicious notes and
Thanks, Jay.
having fun. And I assume Lisa's still in the room. Hopefully, she's just chomping at the bit, and we're gonna have some fun. But more games to come. Thank you all so much. Have a good night.
Good night.